Welcome to another East Trade Winds presentation with Walid Doumyati.
So today we'll talk about the road trip to $50 million business. Actually, this presentation was presented before in US, an in-person event in Silver Spring in last December. I didn't make any changes, just kept it as is. This actually kind of educational presentation just to show the business owners the importance of the role of a CFO in a business and the difference between the roles of a CFO, bookkeeper, and CPA, because most business owners just mix things. When we say like a CFO, they think immediately that it's a bookkeeping. No, it's completely different than bookkeeping and different than CPA work. And most business owners as well think that CFO only for big businesses like Coca-Cola, they have CFO, GM, they have CFO, those big companies, those big boxes. But no, it's important, the role of CFO, it's important for small businesses in order to grow for their business. Let's start with the road trip to $50 million company. First question, how many of you have taken a road trip before? Maybe many of you. Now, how many of you just jumped in the car without checking anything and hoped for the best when you went on a road trip? Unfortunately, that's what most small business owners are doing right now with their finances. They are jumping into their business with an idea of where they want to go, but without making sure their business is turned out to get them there. Today, I'm going to show you why that's costing you millions and lost of opportunity. The setup for today, your business is a road trip. Here is the thing. Your business is on a journey. Let's say you are in Washington, D.C. right now, and your destination is Miami. That represents growing from where you are today to $50 million company, or selling your business later on, or whatever your ultimate goal is. Most people typically have a few resources at hand when preparing for a road trip. A mechanic who looks at the car maybe before or after every trip, and someone who checks the dashboard before they leave. And that's it. And then they wonder why they ran out of gas in the middle of Georgia with no plan, no backup, and no idea how they got there. I will break this down for you. Your CPA is like the mechanic who gives you a full report after your trip is done. They check your oil levels, brake pads, tire wear, everything that happened historically. They file your taxes, ensure compliance, tell you what happened last quarter, last year. This is a critical work. You absolutely need this. But here is the issue. It only tells you where you've been. What it doesn't tell you is where you are going tomorrow. A mechanic's report is about the past. It ensures nothing is broken. It doesn't help you plan your next destination or tell you how to get there profitably. Now, your bookkeeper. They are the person checking your dashboard right before you leave. Gas tank, 3/4 full. Oil pressure, normal. Temperature, good. Tire pressure, all green. They are telling you where you are right now, your current bank balance, your profit and loss this month, your accounts receivable. Again, this is essential information. You need to know your current state. But here is the problem. Neither the mechanic nor the dashboard tells you how to reach Miami. They can just tell you you are good to go. So you have three things here. You have data, but you are missing strategy, and the result is you are stuck. This is where a CFO comes in. A CFO isn't looking at what happened or even just where you are. They are focused on where you are going and how to get there strategically. Let me pinpoint the picture. Planning the route. You are in DC, heading to Miami. Your CFO maps out the entire journey. Total distance, 1,050 miles. Estimated drive time with your vehicle and conditions. Cash required. fuel costs, tolls, contingencies. Here is where most businesses fail. You check your tank, 75% full. Great. You start driving, but your CFO has already calculated the first gas station is 200 miles away. You will arrive with 40% in the tank. Perfect. But the next gas station after that is 350 miles away. And at your current fuel efficiency, you will need 95% of a tank to make it. What does this mean? Even though you have 75% fuel now and could skip the first station, your CFO says, fill up now, because if you don't, you won't make it to the next one. In business terms, that's cash flow forecasting. Not just knowing your cash today, but knowing what you will need in 60, 90, and 180 days. It's understanding that Q4 inventory purchase will drain your reserves. It's knowing that you need to arrange a credit line now, even though you don't need it yet, which often gets you better terms. Your CFO also identifies where the mechanics are along the route because breakdowns happen. What your insurance actually covers. Most of you don't actually know this. Alternative routes if I-95 is shut down or backed up. Emergency funds needed if you hit unexpected delays or breakdowns. Nobody plans for a flat tire except your CFO. Nobody planned for COVID, but businesses with CFOs had scenario plans, cash reserves allocated, and pivoted faster because they had a strategic framework and they survived and thrived. As you drive, your CFO is watching. Traffic ahead, we need to adjust our arrival time and notify Miami. Fuel prices are 30% cheaper in two exits. Let's stop there instead. Weather alert in South Carolina, should we pause or push through or find an alternative route? This is strategic financial leadership, adjusting in real time based on data, not gut feel. So, how do you take all this and have it make sense? Introducing your financial scoreboard. But first, let me ask you something. When you watch a football game, do you just look at total yards gained? Of course not. You look at score. Are we winning? Time remaining. What is our urgency? Field position. Are we in danger or opportunity? Downs remaining. How many attempts do we have? But most business owners only look at one number, which is revenue. Your CFO builds you a real scoreboard to help you create a predictable outcome of the game. Revenue, yards gain, yes, it still matters, but also gross margin. Are we making money on each sale? Cash position, can we stay in the game? Runway, how much time do we have? Customer acquisition cost versus lifetime value. Is our strategy working? Burn rate versus the growth rate. Are we winning or losing? Without this scoreboard, you don't actually know if you are winning. You might have $5 million in revenue and be 3 months from bankruptcy. And these are just a few of the metrics I track. There are 16 that give you a full playbook on how to win a game. Here is what I see constantly with businesses in the $1 to $30 million range, even less than $1 million. Running out of cash during their busiest season because they didn't forecast inventory needs. Turning down a growth opportunity because they don't know if they can afford it. Making pricing decision based on gut feel, leaving 20 to 30% margin on the table. Having no idea what their business is actually worth. Every one of these costs you 6 to 7 figures annually. Here are your next steps if you would like to learn more on how to use the strategies I shared today in your business. Step number 1, book a complimentary 30-minute financial strategy session with me. No pitch, no pressure. We will talk about where your business is and where you want it to go. Step 2, if it makes sense, I will provide you with a complimentary financial health assessment. a detailed analysis of your business finances with specific recommendations. This alone is worth thousands, and I will create a custom for you at no cost. Step number 3, if we are a fit, we will talk about how fractional CFO services can work for your business. If we are not, I will tell you honestly and point you in the right direction. You can scan this QR code right now. My calendar link is there. Book 30 minutes this week while your trip to Miami is on your mind. Because here is the truth. The businesses that win aren't the ones with the most resources. They are the ones with the best plan. And I would love to help you build yours. Thank you so much for listening.
We thank you for watching. We meet every Tuesday between 8 and 9 a.m. Eastern. There is no cost and an option to become a speaker too. Find East Trade Wins on LinkedIn.